Queens, and welcome back to my channel. I am Sasha with Musings of a Final Girl, and today I am reviewing Juche, the Part 1, The Demon of Yodok by Adria Carmichael. This was a bit of a tough read, and it's not that I struggled to get through it. I actually got through this relatively easily. It's just the content is really, really hard-hitting. It really makes you think. You follow the main character. Her name is Aram. Honestly, she was a bit of a brat. Like, it was kind of hard to connect with and like her character because she reminded me more of a spoiled child. She acted like a spoiled child. I want to say she's 14 in this, so kind of, I remember how I was at 14 and I was a bit of a spoiled brat too. But her and her family end up having to go to what is essentially a prison camp. Although the guy who runs it calls it a re-education. The reason her and her family have to go there is because of her father. Apparently he had done some terrible traitorous thing, and his family is paying the price because the people who run the camp basically said, your father's problems are your problem, this is why you're here. So she ends up hating her dad through she ends up hating her family through pretty much the entire book, which is why I didn't really connect with her as a character. She didn't have any empathy toward them. She just, like, actively hated them for, honestly, a really trivial reason. I remember disagreeing with my family, but it was a little much for her. And, like, there were a lot of times where she just kind of kept repeating herself and her hatred for her family, and it made me roll my eyes a couple times, honestly. The description of her family first arriving there, honestly, it's kind of reminiscent of what I'm sure the families in the Holocaust had to have gone through arriving at the concentration camps. It was hard-hitting. Like, I had to kind of take a step back from it and, like, recollect myself because, like, it was intense. The book itself overall is relatively good. I'm interested in the story enough that I do kind of want to continue the series and see where it goes from here. See if maybe there's any character growth for our main character. See how it plays out from here, because it was a pretty intense read. At the end of it, it ended on a really cliffhangery moment, so I definitely want to read the rest of the series. There are some trigger warnings with this, pretty much right there at the end, so you might Google those and see if this is a book for you. Their dystopian era that they live in is pretty much almost a dictatorship, it sounds like. It really sounds like a dictatorship. So I'm hoping to see maybe a rebellion in, like, the second book. But let me know if you've read this in the comments below. Let me know if you plan on reading this. I will, of course, be linking the author's Goodreads and anywhere you can, probably their website, so you can get their book. Yeah, I rated it maybe about a 3.5 out of 5 stabs, just because it was hard to connect with the character, and that kind of took me out of the story a little bit. So, I hope y'all are having a wonderful week. Thank you for stopping to check my review of this video. This is my blog tour stop for this book, and I look forward to seeing you all next time.